Unsolved.
The JonBenet Ramsey case. 7 minutes of high anxiety. This episode of Unsolved focuses on the 7 minutes from the time that Patsy found the ransom note until she made the phone call to police, the 911 call. And it looks at Patsy's police testimony and John's testimony and Burke's testimony and other sources of information. Patsy Ramsey stated that she was on her way down these spiral stairs when she saw the note on her way to make coffee that morning. Well, I don't remember if I picked it or just leaned over and read it. I can't remember. I don't think I picked it up because I remember just then bounding up the stairs toward her room. Do you remember hitting any of those papers, maybe sliding or anything as you were running back up to your room? I don't remember. I just ran as fast as I could. Okay, and again, when you opened her door, no lights on that you can remember in that room? I know her main lights were not on. Her bathroom light might have been on. I don't remember. I screamed for John. He was in our bedroom still, and he came running down, and I told him that there was a note that said she had been kidnapped. I think he said, I said, what should I do? What should I do? Or something, and he said, call the police. And I think somewhere I said something about, check Burke or something, and I think he ran back and checked Burke, and I ran down the stairs, and then he came downstairs. I interrupted you when you were saying what you had heard, and you were talking about your dad telling your mom to call the police or something. He was like, okay, calm down, like we can call the police. Let's call the police. You could hear that quite clearly from your room? Pretty clearly, in the distance. Do you know where they were in the house at the time they were saying that? It sounded like around the kitchen. Why was that? 'Cause it was kind of coming from down there. When did you check on Burke during all of this? I think he ran and checked on him when I was up there, It just all happened so fast. I said, oh my God, what about Burke? And I think he ran in and checked him while I was running back downstairs or something. Okay. But I remember I think he ran and checked on him, and he told me he was okay or whatever. Do you remember hearing your mom on the phone? No, I don't think I could hear because I could just barely hear my parents downstairs from my room. Okay, how was Dad sounding? He was sounding like, he wasn't going to freak out. He was just gonna do what needed to be done. So he was trying to be calm? Calmer. He was trying to be calm. Did you ever see Mom like this before? No. Did it scare you? Yeah, I bet it did. What was going through your mind at the time? I was trying to think what might have happened. So I thought maybe I'm wrong. Or maybe my dad's wallet or some credit cards. But then I thought it was a little overacting for something getting stolen. John, you got up, showered, and got dressed. Did Patsy get up and shower and dress that morning? Well, she got up. She was downstairs. I don't remember if she took a shower or not. I think she was dressed when I saw her first. And I know you guys the dressing room was kind of split there. Right. Normally, can you hear Patsy move around on her side of the room? No, not usually. Do you recall whether she had makeup on, hair brushed out and everything when she came up and was yelling at you? I don't remember. And I might have missed this. I didn't catch it on my notes. You got out of bed first that morning. Did you get out or did she get out? I got up first. It was a scream of panic. Was my name, like something badly wrong. Okay, when you checked on Burke, was he disturbed at all by that? Did he wake up at all by that scream? No, he was asleep still. Okay, hadn't moved at all from where he was at. And you checked on Burke before the 911 call? Is that how you did? You went to JonBenet's bedroom, then to Burke's? How'd that all play out? I don't remember. I mean, it was so dramatic. I don't. I think I checked on him, fairly quickly, but I don't remember exactly the sequence. I was getting dressed and heard Patsy screaming, and I ran downstairs and I think probably intercepted her maybe in the landing there, the second floor landing. I don't remember exactly, but she showed me the note. Did she show you the note on the second floor landing? I don't remember. It seems like I came downstairs, but I think she was running up and I was running down. I think, as best as I can remember, the note was still down on the first floor. You run downstairs, and about where was Patsy at when she was running up the stairs? Well, I don't remember exactly, but I think she was kind of either coming up the spiral staircase or was up fully. I just kind of remember meeting her. You guys met on the landing? What happened after that? Well, it's a lot of screaming going on around that. But we saw the note and read the first part. I think I might have run upstairs to look in JonBenet's room. At one point, I laid it on the floor and spread it out so I could read it real fast without having to sit and read it. At some point, we checked Burke. I think I checked Burke. Patsy asked what should we do, and I said call the police, and she called 911. Now, I think it's important to note that Patsy told Officer Rick French that she found JonBenet missing, then went down the stairs and found the ransom note. And this contradicts what she said later in her police interview and would be impossible because she said she found the note and ran up to JonBenet's bedroom, but she obviously wouldn't have done that if she had just come from JonBenet's bedroom. Patsy testified that John checked the doors, but when could this have happened? It would have had to happen before the 911 call, because John was on the floor reading the ransom note, and then he got up and went upstairs, stopped by JonBenet's room, and then went upstairs and got dressed, and then he came down and met the policeman, where it seems like there wouldn't have been enough time for him to do that and check the doors. Yet he told the police the house appeared to be locked up as it had been left. Patsy's strange behavior. She wore the same clothes as the night before. She didn't pick up the ransom note. The ransom note looks like Patsy's writing. She told Officer French that she found JonBenet missing first, then the note. She said that she didn't go to Burke's bedroom. Patsy called her friends after the 911 call. John's strange behavior. He turned off Burke's bedroom lights after Patsy turned on the lights and looked for JonBenet. What was he thinking? Why can't he remember details from that morning? Why can't he remember touching or moving the ransom note? Why can't he remember checking the doors?
This is Wes. list.
Well, this ends this episode of Unsolved. And did the details make it look like an intruder came in and got JonBenet? Or did it make it look like Patsy was covering up the truth? Or John? Or Patsy and John and covering up for Burke? What do you think? And I'll see you next weekend with another episode of Unsolved.
I don't know whether this person or persons are still in Boulder. You know, they may have, by this time, be in Timbuktu. Who knows? But we can find them. If a proper investigation is conducted, I think it'll happen. And yes, continue to hold your babies close.